Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a special package here from SheModern. They were so nice to send this package out to me so I could test it out and play with some of their semi-gel stamping polishes. So I have pulled some of my little chrome homes here. We're going to take a look at some of the chromes and how they work with that. And I pulled a few of my stamping plates. We're going to play around with some of that. And let's take a look and see what is in the box. Now I kind of opened it and checked to make sure that everything was okay. But I didn't get everything out. So let's take a look. Get the box out of the way here. Okay, so they sent me 1, 2, 3, 4. They sent me 4 bottles, so we're going to check them out. I do know that they sent me some semi-gel stamping polish, and I think they sent me the matte top coat and maybe the other top coat, but we'll see. They always package everything so nice in these little bubble mailer things. Okay, let me zoom you down in here. Alrighty, so this is the clear non-stick gloss, stain resistant. So this is their top coat, their gloss top coat. So we're going to be testing that out to see how that does over top of our chrome designs. And then next up we have, okay, so this is the clear non-stick matte. So this is the chrome resistant matte top coat. I know I did a video where I did like a hack where if you use base coat before you do a chrome design, it doesn't stick to the base coat. So for your like isolated chrome and stuff. So this is going to do the same thing. And it's going to give you a matte surface that the chrome is not going to stick to. And then I believe the next two things are the semi-gel stamping polishes. So let me get the crinkly stuff out of the way. Okay, so we have, let's see, what did they send me? Okay, they sent me the chrome white stamping LED UV semi-gel, and they sent me the chrome clear stamping semi-gel polish. So these are curable, but they are a little bit different than just being a gel polish. So this is what the white looks like, and it's slightly an off-white color. But it does, it smells like regular polish, you know, like a stamping polish. So I'm under the assumption that these are like a hybrid. So it will kind of air dry to a certain extent, but then when you cure it, it's going to leave that surface to be chromed on. So then here's the clear, and this one's not going to be much to look at because it's just clear. It's just clear. But yeah, it is definitely thinner than like a gel polish. So more of like that stamping polish kind of thing. And then the gloss and the matte top coat. So we have our gloss top coat, and this is a pretty like medium viscosity top coat. Looks like it's going to be a nice glossy top coat over top of our designs. And then the chrome resist matte. This also looks very clear. Like most matte top coats look kind of hazy. This one has more of a clear, looks clearer. But I've seen them use it, so I know that it's a matte top coat. But okay, so I've prepped 3 nails here, so we're going to play a little bit with these 3 nails. And I just did 1 coat of the Madame Glam Bordeaux suit. This is from their September Amber Shift collection. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But I just did 1 coat just for the purpose of having a color like for a base. So you can see it's just a tiny bit sheer, but you know, one coat coverage was pretty good for for my purposes. So I'm under the assumption that you want to put your matte top coat on, and then you take, and they do have a black in their semi-gel stamping polish, so they have a white, a black, and a clear. So you would take either of those polishes, and that would be stamped over top after you do the matte, and then you would do your glossy top coat over top of that. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do the matte top coat over all of these, and I'm going to give them a 60-second cure. I believe all of these are cured for 60 seconds. At least that's what they've said on the lives that I've tuned into. So we're going to go ahead and give these a nice coat of the stain resist matte top coat. And this is also a pretty nice medium viscosity gel. So it's not super runny. It's not gonna like run into the side walls and the cuticle and stuff. And of course with these bigger tips, I'm kind of going in a little bit thicker, a little bit juicier of a top coat. But I don't have a finger in the way. So we're just gonna go with it. So once I get this on here, I'm gonna cure all 3 of these nails for 60 seconds. And then we will take a look and see how it comes out. I'm assuming it doesn't have a tacky layer. That would kind of defeat the purpose of it being a matte stain resist, because you could wipe off any other top coat. But so that looks good to me. I don't see any bubbles, nothing crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and cure this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here we have them all nice and matte, and they do not have a sticky layer, and that is super duper matte. Alrighty, so first off, I think I want to do, and I just wiped this off while I was waiting. I think I want to do, sorry for the glare, I think I want to do this cheetah print, just because I think it's kind of cool. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the outside first and chrome it, and then I'm going to stamp the dots on the inside, because I think that's going to look cool. It may not work out the way I was thinking, but that's kind of what I want to play with first. And I think if I can get the whole image to pick up, I should be able to do it in one go. That's the plan. So, and I also pulled my air dry black and white to add any other details that I want to add. So I'm going to use the black for the spots, because I'm not going to chrome those. I'm just going to do a chrome over the outer ones. So I think what I want to do first, I think I'm going to do this green. I pulled like a gold, a silver, and a holographic silver. I think I'm going to do the green, because I think it's going to look kind of cool as the outer like spots of the cheetah print, leopard print, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to try that. So, okay. So I need, let's see, I'm going to try the white first, just because this is a full coverage chrome, so it doesn't necessarily have to go over black. So I think I'm going to be good no matter what. And let's see here, I've got my little scraper, I've got my extra little mat down here just to protect any extra mess. And we're going to go ahead in with our white semi-gel. And this is kind of like counterintuitive to what I'm used to with stamping, because you're not really supposed to rush with this. Because it's a gel, you don't want to like hurry and smudge it. So we're gonna see how well. Okay, cool. That picked up really nice. So you're not supposed to like rush. So I'm just gonna kind of ramble on here for a minute. But because once you pick it up, you don't want to immediately stamp it, because it can smear. But so you can see just how good that that picked up pretty much everything I need. And they say to wait, you know, like 30 seconds or so before you stamp it. And I'm hoping that this will reach the whole nail. I don't know, but I'm just gonna kind of roll it on there and see how much we get. And it will be what it will be. Okay, I did miss a little bit, but that's okay. These nails are kind of long. I can touch it up, but I just want to see how this works out. So now you cure this for 60 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and cure this for 60 seconds and I'll be right back. Okay, so we've cured it for 60 seconds. So now I should be able to go in with my chrome and burnish the chrome on here, and it should stick and it should chrome. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and give it a good old test. That's so pretty. Okay, so I just took the other side of the sponge to kind of wipe off the excess. And I'm just kind of lightly rubbing it just to get any of that excess off. But look how pretty. Oh, you can't see. It's all blurry. It's probably been blurry. But look how pretty that is. And it's like legit chrome. It's not like sparkly because you just stuck it to the sticky part. That's so pretty. That worked out so well. I mean, it legit didn't stick to anything but where I have the chrome. I don't know, that's kind of dark. Let me see, let me grab my little flashlight here. Can you see that? Like the chrome did not stick to that chrome resist mat. And look how chromy. That is so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stamp the black, the dots in just the regular, and we'll see if I can line that up. Because now that I'm trying to film it, it's not gonna be, won't be as easy. So this is the sticky stamping polish, which not necessary to be the sticky stamping polish at this point, but I have it, so I'm going to use it, and this will work just as a regular stamping polish as well because it air dries, so that's all I need it for. It will be fine. Got that. Let's see if I can pick it all up. Here we go. We got our little dots. Now I'm going to try to line up as many of these little dots as possible. And it's usually, once you get one, they kind of all tend to fall in line. And I think I did okay. Yeah, we did okay. So let me maybe clean off my gloves. Maybe the pink gloves were not the best choice because I'm making a mess with them. But yeah, so we did good. We did good. We got, oh, let's get it in focus. So there we got our little centers and the chrome outer part. Not too bad. I mean, I could have done better lining them up, but we got pretty close. So I'm gonna let that sit and dry before I top coat it. And we're gonna move on to the second one that I want to do. And it is this plate. And I kind of wanted to do an all over image like I just did. But the one that's just, just the image. So I kind of like this. It's kind of like Halloween-y kind of look. And I think I want to do the holographic silver. So I have holographic silver chrome here. and we're gonna try that on this next nail. And I'm gonna go ahead and use the clear stamping, the semi-gel stamping polish for that one. So I'm just gonna clean off my plate. Oh, and I need to clean off my stamper. I have my little Halloween Maniology sticky stamper station here that has kind of seen better days. Well, some of the pages have seen better days. But I'm just going to clean off my stamper, get that out of the way. Now, this one is the clear semi-gel, so we're going to do it the same way. And we're just going to put that clear all over the stamping plate, make sure it covers the whole image. I tend to use way more than I need to when it comes to stamping polishes in general, so it is what it is. You use what you normally use when you stamp, and you should be good to go. I'm going to give that a nice little scrape, and then I'm just going to roll to pick that up, and you're not really going to be able to see much, but you can kind of see it on the stamper. And this again is another semi-gel, so you don't want to like rush with this. Like she said, wait like 30 seconds or so before you stamp it so that it kind of has a chance to do what it's going to do. So I'm not worried about double stamping this, so I'm going to try to like stretch it a little bit to fit the nail. Okay, so we got it on there. I don't know if I have it centered real well, but you can see how it's kind of glossy and not so glossy. So we're going to go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds, and I will be right back. Okay, so we have it all cured, and I have my holographic chrome powder ready to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and start tapping that on. And again, this nail was too long. And it looks like I did smear it a little bit when I was stretching it. But that's okay. This is just demonstration purpose to show you how it works, right? There's always a learning curve when it comes to any and all new products that you don't really know about. So here is... There we go. I closed my window. I think that was making everything kind of dark, so I hope it looks better now. But look at that. It's so hollow. It's so pretty. But you can see up here up the top where I started and then I pulled down on the stamper to kind of stretch it. I shouldn't have done that because I kind of smeared it a little bit. But it doesn't look horrible, but I would not have done that on a person because their nails aren't that long. I mean, these are super duper long. But overall, I mean, it worked and it stamped and it looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm liking it. Gonna get them all top coated so you can kind of see everything all nice and shiny and beautiful when we get the other one done. So the next one, I kind of want to do a couple of different things because I pulled out this mandala plate, and I thought maybe I would try to do a couple of different colors and kind of build on it, maybe. I mean, because it would just be easy to just pick that, right, and just slap it on there like one of those big ones at the top. Maybe I'll do a couple different. Ooh, that's what I can do. I can do a couple of these like coming off of the nail, and I'll just do them in different colors. Yes. Okay. So let's see here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the clear just for the purpose that they both worked. I mean, I put this one over the white and this one over the clear, and they both worked out really well. Now, I don't know if you did like a lighter background, if you would need to do it over black, but I'm definitely going to pick up their black semi-gel stamping polish for sure, because this is a game changer for like a lot of nail art. Because you can do pigments and stuff over this too, I think. Well, you can do that with the sticky. But anyways, I'm going to quit rambling. And I'm going to start stamping. Okay, so I think I want to do this one first. So I'm going to go ahead and put my clear all over that image. And I'm actually going to turn it, get my little wipe here ready that's kind of seen better days as well. We're going to go ahead and scrape that, and then we're going to pick up our image. And that's really like a really good pickup. I know you can't see it because it's clear. I probably should have used the white, but I mean, you can see that it's on there. And we're going to go ahead and do, how do I want to do this? I want to kind of do it at the top. And I know I didn't wait super long before I stamped that, so, you know, no big deal, but I'm going to go ahead and do that guy. And I'm just going to kind of go rogue for a second because I'm not going to cure that. I'm going to see if I can stamp all the ones that I want to stamp, then cure them all at the same time. So that's what we're going to try to do here. So we did that one. Let's do this one here that kind of looks like a snowflake. And I did clean off my stamper while I was chatting. So there's our next image that you can't really see because it is clear, but that's okay. It is what it is. Now I'm just going to try not to like get on that with my stamper because I don't want to screw it up. So I'm just going to kind of come at the end here and do this side. Stamp that on there. So that looks cool. Okay, we're looking cool. Awesome. And let's see, do I want to do, I think I want to do like a small one over here. So I'm cleaning off my stamper again, and let's find one of the little ones that I can do like the whole thing. Let's do this guy right here. If you can see that, I'm over here down at the bottom. And let's scrape him, pick that up. And I'm going to use my stamper or my scraper to get off anything that I don't want. So I'm just kind of tapping it to get off what I don't want. And then I'm going to try to be really strategic here because this isn't cured yet. So I'm just going to lightly tap him down where I want him. Cute, cute. And I think I'm going to add one more. And I don't think I have anything. That should be good. I don't have to clean that off. Let's do one more. Which one do I want to do? Let's do this one here that's just kind of the outer leafy petal looking things. So scrape that. Roll to pick that up, and I did get some extra of the wording and stuff, so we'll get that off of there. And now I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm just kind of strategically gonna, you know, dot my stamper down so it doesn't really disturb, fuzzy on there, so it doesn't disturb anything. So, okay, so now I have all 4 of them stamped, and we stamped them all 4 individually. I'm going to go ahead and cure this, and I'm going to see if the chrome still sticks the way it should be. So I'll be right. Okay, so we have it all cured now. Now we're going to see, let me get my little, I didn't get my little single stand out here. So let's get him so I can hold it a little bit better. And I'm just going to go in with a little bit of each of our chromes, I think. And we're going to see if we can kind of do a little bit of a kind of ombre type situation, maybe. So there's a little bit of the green. And I might, I don't know how that closed, there we go. I might use a little bit more. But for now, we're just going to kind of go with it. So here's our gold. So let's get some of the gold on there. And I'm just kind of going like at an angle. So I'm just, whatever I'm hitting, we're just kind of going with it. So there's the gold. And now I'm going to go in with the silver. That looks like it was not closed all the way, and some of it has come out. But that's why they have their little chrome homes. Keep them safe. So it does look like it is sticking quite well. where we want it, so that is nice. Ooh, and we're gonna make a mess with that guy. Okay, and let's finish it off with the holographic. Which is gonna look similar. I guess I should have started with this one. Okay, so we have all of our chrome on there. Let me go ahead and close this up so I don't make a mess. A bigger mess than I've already made. Get my hand cleaned off here. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take my gloved finger and I'm just gonna kind of brush off that excess chrome, which I mean, I guess I didn't need that little holder after all. But there we go. So all of that extra chrome, of course, I've got it like all over my glove, so it doesn't really, it's still kind of sticking. Let me grab my little brush. So let's grab a little dusty brush and kind of give it a nice little brush. And look at that. That is super pretty. Very chrome. I mean, it obviously it burnished in. The detail, I mean, the detail is there. Look at that. So pretty. And that little one, that little one. Can't really tell the difference between the silver and the holographic silver. I can tell a little bit more in real life because you can see the hollow, but that's my bad for like not starting with the hollow. I should have done that up here and then went down to silver there, but that's okay. It was for demonstration purposes only. Okay, so now that we have, let me close up my little chrome homes. Oops, get out of the way. Get those out of the way. Get this out of the way. And then we've got our 3 nails. So this one has sat, so that sticky black should have dried up enough now that when we top coat it, it's going to be fine. And then we have our holographic. Let me go ahead and dust those 2 off while I'm there. So then we have our holographic, like filigree look, and then we have our mandala. Super cute. Now let's go in with our clear nonstick gloss. So this you can actually you can use in other ways too, for like if you want to stamp and then do your top coat over top and then stamp and chrome over top. Or no, I'm saying that wrong. You can use this as a chrome base. So it's that non-stick, like no wipe top coat. So you can chrome over this. Then you would use the stamper to stamp your image over the chrome background, if that makes sense. So it's a non-stick, it would be chromable. I was getting myself confused there. And you always want to kind of, you know, float your top coat over your stamped images, especially when you're using pigments and chromes and stuff like that, so that you don't, you know, drag your brush and drag off the pigments that are on there, because then you're just going to get a bunch in your top coat, and you don't want that. You don't want to contaminate your top coat. So we're just going to finish top coating, and it really doesn't look like it's pulling any of that chrome. There might be a few little bits that kind of get pulled off, but that could just be that I didn't like burnish it in enough myself, like with my finger, but it really doesn't look like there's much that came off at all. This one looks a little weird. Like I said, it's not on the full nail, but you know, it was my #1 practice nail. So there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and cure this for 60 seconds and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so there we have, they are all cured, and I'm gonna take off my gloves. Maybe, if I don't get them stuck. Okay, take off my gloves, and it's definitely no stick top coat, although my hands are kind of sweaty from being in the gloves, but definitely no sticky residue on those. So let me do this real quick, like, I'll stick them on here so they look a little bit more presentable. And we'll get a little close-up shot of my 3 little practice nails. So here we have, there we go, let it focus. So there we have the white semi-gel with the green chrome. Then we did the clear semi-gel with the holographic silver, and you can really see that hollow in there. And then this one was also with the clear when I did individual stamps before curing them. And then we did just kind of an ombre of chrome. Now I did pull my nails that I did from last time. If you saw my last video, if you didn't, I'll try to link it in this video somewhere right about here. So you can go back and check that out. This was my first impression of their air dry sticky stamping polish that you can use with pigments, the glitter, and the chrome. And I think you can also use it with foil, but it's kind of tricky because you have to be like quick and all of that. But I think you can also use foils with the semi-gel, maybe. We'll have to try that out in another video. But I'm excited to try out some fun new ways to do this. They have lives all the time. I need to go back and watch a few of them and see some of the other things that they've done. But I just kind of wanted to get a feel for what this is. But like, so for this one, you can see, let me move the other two. This one is, oh, I have another one. Where'd my other one go? Oh, here it is. I found it. It was in my cup too. Okay, so these two I did with chrome. These two I actually did with the same chrome. This is just over a blue background and over a white background. But as you can see, it's kind of like sparkly. You know, you can kind of see it kind of like, it looks more glittery. Even this one, although it does shift, and in person you can see a little bit more of the shift. And it looks a little bit more chromy. It is also still kind of sparkly, like it's got that little sparkle to it, instead of being just like the straight up like chrome where it just looks metallic. So with this, I used the sticky stamping polish, and then I used another stamper with chrome on top of it, and then just like dotted the chrome on and stuck it to that sticky stamping polish. Now I was able to rub it a little bit and kind of get that like chrome effect, but it's still kind of sparkly. So with these, either the white or the clear semi-gel, and also the black, like I said, I'm definitely going to go back and get the black because I know certain, like if I wanted to stamp over a lighter color and I wanted it to really pop, I think the black will do that with some of the chromes, and especially like the Aurora chromes and stuff like that, how it changes over light colors and dark colors. But you would take this, once you cure it, you can then, so like I would stamp this image with the semi-gel, cure it, and then I can burnish that chrome over top and really rub it in, and it's going to be more of that chrome effect instead of the sparkly effect, if that makes sense. Because you can see like with this one, it kind of like turned it like a green, like a gold green color. You can see how sparkly it is. It would be less sparkly but more chrome, so it would still have that, you know, shifty effect, but it would be like super chrome instead of the sparkly. So it would be more like this metallic kind of finish. I just love the detail. Look at the small detail that it picked up, and I was able to chrome that. That is just amazing. I mean, I wish I wouldn't have screwed that one up, and I wish that would have been a little bit longer. But I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy with my first 3 tries at using this semi-gel stamping polish. Like, it works like a dream. When I picked it up on my stamper, it stayed. It didn't like pull away like some other like stamping gels can really get funky. But I'm in love. I love it. I'm ready. I know I've got a client. She's just been waiting for me to try this out because she actually did, and I posted a video or a little short that I did because I revisited this look, and we did this on hers for like a fun summery look. We did a couple of accent nails with this design, but I didn't do the extra black on top. So it looked better on her nails. Then I kept going on that, and that was a whole thing. But like, look how cool the pigments and that detail that was picked up with the sticky stamping polish, and that was just the air dry. So this is just regular stamping polish, but it's formulated to be sticky. So it dries slower, but it still picks up those details. Like, this is like magic in a bottle for stamping. If you're having problems picking up like finer detail images, try yourself some sticky stamping polish, because this stuff is amazing. I love it. And then of course with our stamping gel, so we have the chrome resist matte. That is what you will put on so that the chrome does not stick to anything but what you stamp on there. So you would cover your nail with the matte, cure it, and then you're ready to stamp anything you want. If you want to chrome the whole nail, you can use the gloss. And then you would do like what I have on my nails. You would do the gloss and then chrome over the whole entire nail. So that can be chromed over top. Then you can go in with your stamped images on top of your chrome and then top coat it again, and it would be, how you would normally do for your nail designs. And then with the white and the clear and also the black, like I said, the semi-gel stamping polish. This, you can take your time. If you're having problems getting images to pick up because it dries too quickly, this isn't going to dry until you cure it. I mean, it'll probably get a little goopy if you let it sit, but it's probably still going to pick up your image. So you can take your time with this. You put it on your image, scrape it, and then just take your time and pick it up. I didn't rush. I didn't, you roll to pick up your image and you're good to go. And then you don't have to rush to get it on the nail. So you can really place it where you want it. You can make sure it is how you want it before you stamp it. Like, obviously not like I did as far as, now I could have just started at the top. Sorry, that's like not in focus. I could have just started at the top and went to however long it went, and then I could have filled in the bottom. And now that I know from doing this one that as long as you're kind of staying away from what you've already stamped, you're not really going to disturb the image, and it's not going to like run or do anything weird. It's just going to stay where you put it. I could have then just filled in the bottom with another stamp, with the continuation of it. But yeah, you just take your time, get it on there how you want it, and then it cures for 60 seconds. Once you've cured it for 60 seconds, then you can do your chrome on top, and you're going to be able to burnish it in and make it like super chromy. Now I'm not sure how to do the foils. Like I said, I'm going to do a whole nother video because I'm going to watch a few more of their lives and their tutorials to find out how to use foils, whether you use the air dry or the semi-gel, but I am going to try that out. So stay tuned for that in the next coming whenevers. I will give that a shot. But that is all I got for today for this one. I want to again send a huge shout out and a huge thank you to SheModern for sending me this package. I was like literally in the comments of a live and was questioning some of the things and how to use them, and she was just like, send us an email and we'll see if we can send some of the semi-gel so you can try it out. And I was like, oh my gosh, that would be awesome. So I sent an email, and then they sent me the package that I just opened. So a huge thank you so much. I feel blessed to have such wonderful, supportive people in my life and in my journey. And yeah, this is like so much fun. I get to play around with, you know, new to me products, and I get to share it with all of you. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave some comments down below, give me a thumbs up, and hype that video. If you don't know what that means, then go to the comment section and swipe left, and it might give you the option to hype up this video. And not really sure what all it does for us smaller creators, other than they said that it kind of helps us be seen a little bit. So why not? It doesn't cost anything. I think you can do it like 3 or 4 times a week to any of your favorite creators. So definitely check that out. If it gives you the option to hype the video, let me know down in the comments if you've hyped this video. And yeah, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I hope to see you in my next video.